People kept asking for this guy over and over again. Fine. We'll cover Chris Chan. I hate you all. I hate you all. I can't sleep anymore.
You mean you don't like the number one LolCow?
Shut up. Banana Bear Show. I've lived through hell. I've had to go through all the lore of Chris Chan, and we made like a mission statement when we were covering LolCow that we were going to do this. We were going to do this, but they kept asking, and because we got a big influx now, and just to keep it running the way, like, I guess
they overpowered you, and they're going to make you go over this over and over and over until we spew out all of the Chris Chan lore.
Yeah. And I hate my life. I really do. So obviously Chris Chan is he says he's high functioning autistic. He's the first LolCow ever. First one to feed the trolls. And he kept feeding them. And this is what happens when you just don't learn. You just you continue to be online, and you keep and for some reason he set the ground rules of what a LolCow is. Like, because the internet obviously has been around for a while. How 4chan and something disturbing forum boards and all this stuff, they've done this to other people, but this was the first one that grabbed on and would not let go. And he thought he was doing this religious battle of, I'm right and the trolls, the jackoffs are wrong. But this is a real person. Yeah. And he did all these things. Yep. And so basically he became like a puppet for people to mess with. And this part is before we get to the, because there's all these sagas. It's an anime. We'll get into a couple of them where basically it's just a autistic, I'll just say like he was raised Christian, so he has a hard Christian values. He's also racist. And like many people that we've noticed, high function autistic people that are obsessed with sex are very, very dangerous, and they will stop at nothing to accomplish their, in his words, his sweetheart search to find a boyfriend-free girlfriend.
Yikes. But
before he became an LolCow, he was famous on his local, obviously, he won a sweepstakes as a kid from Sonic.
Hedgehog means to a very special Charlottesville boy, and the significance goes way beyond a high score in videos.
God, look at that VHS.
Finally, tonight's Sonic the Hedgehog is running wildly in the Chandler household this weekend. 12-year-old Christian Chandler of Charlottesville was the winner in a video game shopping spree. Christian is one of only about 100 winners nationally to receive $1,000 worth of Sega games and equipment. For his parents, it's just another example of how well he's doing. Christian is a high-functioning autistic child. This past fall, on his own initiative,
God, dude, we're at that age where we remember how things looked, and it looked like that.
Yeah.
All the adults had the thick glasses and the foofy hair, and women had shoulder pads.
Based on a favorite cartoon character.
What I had to do was exactly watch Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it, and write it down for a whole week, and then I had to mail it in, and I had to be drawn out of a hat, and I just won.
So, a tall tale sign of autistic people is when you tell them, hey, so you won the thing. So what happened? Explain. Instead of putting a personal thing on there, like, oh, I was really excited. I really wanted to win this contest, and I won. Autistic people will just list off things that happened.
Yeah.
The contest was to write down the word and for every episode, and I did that, and I sent it in, and then I was picked, and I won. Those are things that happened. It wasn't like things that he felt. It's weird.
Something I just realized, because I think I've seen this clip before.
Yeah, you have. Everyone has.
But he is that kid, but older. He has the same cadence and everything.
Yeah. He didn't grow up.
No.
You see this pattern? This like rainbow pattern? Foreshadowing for things to come.
And Christian's father says it only takes a few hours for him to master an electronic game and then move on to another.
Which is true with a lot of autistic people. They could master things super quick. It's just like that social aspect is what is an issue. I'm not going to show every single video, obviously, because there's things that he's made before, like, because there's so much stuff on Chris Chan. It's weird. But we'll go to.
My name is Christian Weston Chandler from Rutgers, Virginia. It has come to my attention that I have a lot more fans of my electric hedgehog Pokemon Sonichu than I had originally thought.
Now, this is after the trolls found him. Now, Sonichu, what are you talking about? Well, obviously, he created Sonichu because he couldn't make any copyrighted things for an album cover for one of his drafting classes. So he took Sonic and Pikachu and made Sonichu. It's a dumb thing. He thinks this is copyright, and it's like his fucking soulmate. And what he did was he made comic books, and these things are fucking horrible.
Yeah,
they're. It looks like a child made it, and he's like fucking 20, like 2, maybe he just graduated college. And it's funny because you think, oh, okay, you're making a comic book. Oh, he's just trying to be creative. He adds himself in it, and he's the mayor. And where's it located? CQC, Quickville. That's not how you spell quick. But there's a big lore of that. We will not get into that today. Fuck, because that's a separate thing altogether. But I'll say this. The leading up to a lot of the things in the beginning were because people were acting like fans of his comic.
Right.
And he kept saying he's the owner of it, not realizing that you can't be an owner of something that's a parody, which that Sonichu would be considered a parody.
Right.
But how...
Thank each and every one of you for your support.
He doesn't know what's going to happen.
And I will draw more comics when I get some positive inspiration or when I feel like it.
When I feel like it.
Everybody has a life. So do I. I have a life. Anyway, it has...
Mikey, do you see the background of him?
Yeah.
Look at all that stuff.
Yeah.
Also come to my attention that I have a lot of people who may have picked up on the wrong theories of my person. I would not quote any hate sites, but I would like to humbly apologize for appearing to be some kind of sleaze, troll, badass, or
no one thinks you're a badass.
Whatever adjectives, good or explicit, you may feel
whatever
about me.
You may say about me.
Please understand, I am a 25-year-old high-functioning autistic male with a simple, peaceful dream.
So, everybody, that if you don't know who Chris Chan is, who the fuck are you? But, okay. Why do people mess with him?
Of becoming a father of a sweet, little pretty girl who I will dub the name Crystal Weston Chandler. Crystal, a name that sounds similar to mine, but it has a nice ring to it, and it's also similar to the illustrious metal that is mined from the Earth's ground. Weston, my mother's maiden name, and a proper English name from royal descent. As a matter of fact, among my mother's side in the ancestral traits,
oh boy,
we have been traced down to Daniel Weston, who was on the Mayflower voyage, and
so he's a pagan.
Anne Boleyn, who was the one of King Henry VIII's wives, who gave birth to, and we from his side of the family, we have the Cherokee blood.
That's a lie, by the way. They're not Cherokee.
But I'm 1/16. And from among us Cherokees, there are very few of us left because we were a bit short line there. Cherokees, we're a respected tribe. Cheers. But that's another whole nother story. You can go read. You can
Whole
look around
nother
your
story.
local
Don't worry
libraries.
about that.
I love how this started as a, I'm sorry, you think I'm a horrible person. I'm autistic, and then just goes down the line of what he is. And the first thing he talks about is having a daughter.
Yep.
Already naming her.
Uh-huh.
My mother and my father are both really nice, old-fashioned type people who not only gave me birth at their ages, which my mother is 66 currently, and my father is currently 80. They both just turned that way in life. Anyway, there was so nice of them for them to give me the birth during the early 1980s.
So nice.
So nice.
And I was attending in later years, about late 1980s, early 1990s, my cries and shouts. But anyway, my mother and my father, they both fought the court system, the Greene County court system, who I would like to give much kudos to, trailer of my CWC on TV DVD, which is also on the YouTube. And after being on honor roll throughout Gal Pals, I mostly had
The Gal Pal thing
Yeah.
is probably the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. So he's always said he hates guys.
Yeah.
Because guys are mean, but girls he likes because he had a lot of gal pals. Not girlfriends, gal pals.
Yeah.
You later find out that they were hired
Yeah,
by
they
her
were.
dad, by his dad, because he had no friends.
Yep.
So they got money to do it and like special credit. And they all thought he was fucking weird.
Yep.
And they even said it. They said it to him later, and he kind of went into more of a downward spiral, but he was already lost by then. Yeah, Chris Chan is lost a lot. Like, he's mentally not there anymore.
Yeah, mostly had that circle during my high school. Eventually I graduated. People at PVCC never have stalked anybody. Never have stalked. I'm telling you right now. All I did was sit around with a sign by my side that said I was looking for a boyfriend, free girl, 1825, yada yada yada.
Well, he's saying yada yada yada. It's 1825. Not black, no smoking. No autistic, not overweight.
All that page. And I did all that because I have feared rejection and the infinitely high boyfriend factor, because you cannot tell which ladies are paired up and which are not. And wedding rings, that's just a whole different story, because they're married. Because it's not like you give every woman a ring who's already paired up. Now, this is one perspective. But anyway,
yes, it is.
I do not move from my seat at all unless I need to go use the restroom. That's it. Okay? I never move from my seat while I'm sitting around waiting for the girl to come to me. Because that's all I'm doing there. I'll just wait for a girl to come talk to me. Because
that's how it works.
Like I said,
here's another message.
Citizens of the internet.
This is default
an open message
Chris Chan.
to each and every one of you. Y'all should know me by now, but if you don't, I am Christian Weston Chandler, the original creator of Sonichu, the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon, back on March 17th, 2000. Any dates earlier are void. I present this open message because I have a whole bunch of people on the internet give me hate.
Give me hate. If you only knew.
Show me a lot of hate. And I do not appreciate it. Takes me off. You think you could just hate me just to get a laugh out of yourself? Think about it. You're laughing at somebody else's pain and torture because I am lonesome, still trying to find a boyfriend-free girl and to make it to a sweetheart. Y'all think I'm just a sap, a chump, dumbass, whatever you may think.
Ooh.
But you know what? You, every last one of you who has expressed hate against me, you're the shitheads.
Oh.
Every last one of you who thinks that I am similar to that of that senile old man in Family Guy, you're the pedophiles. Every one of you who thinks I'm homo and calls me that because I am not, I'm straight. I'm straight. You're the homos. Every last one of you. I could take the whole time to express so much anger and frustration. I'm only on your side. I do wear glasses. Take it or leave it, losers. It helps me see better.
Yes, I too
See more
wear glasses.
You'll see better.
detail and more clear vision than any of you knuckleheads can put together of your own
All right,
ego
now, Christian.
that you so richly consume of. But on a more serious note, learning recently of the false or real literature with downloaded copies of my comic pages and whatnot.
What?
It has been either distributed or created
without
my consent or approval.
Oh no.
Okay, so what he's talking about is somebody beat up a guy, Jimmy Hill, and it's and they gayed up Sonichu. They put him in dominatrix stuff, and he was facing this gay version of Christian.
Nice.
But Jimmy Hill was took the place of Christian, and it was like drawn better. And there was like this fake news article saying that he already sold it to Nintendo, and he freaked out.
Yep.
So it is a fake, and if it ever is published, or if it ever shows profit, let it weigh on your consciousness throughout your eternal life. Stuff officially made by me under my own hands, not by anybody else's, which are considered false.
False hands,
I just have not been feeling the inspiration to draw, to color, because the loneliness, I cannot stand that. The hatred I'm getting from every last one of you who has contributed to that Encyclopedia Dramatica webpage. And every other forum, internet document, lewdly drawn pictures with dicks. I love dykes. Dykes! China!
Poor Trump. Trump's known for saying China.
Yeah.
China. Fucking Trump is a funny thing because later down the line we'll find out how much Christian hates Trump.
Great. If I see a dick, I just look away.
Just the way.
With a moment of being freaked out. And emailing me pictures is not going to get any of you any further conclusion to, will Crystal get out of the mirror? Will the 7 Sonichu balls be collected? Will I ever find my sweetheart? And am I or Megan Schroeder still an iron? Which, by the way, she broke up with me so much long ago because
Megan Schroeder never went out with him. Megan Schroeder is a separate commodity, something I didn't want to cover because basically she befriended him, and I don't want to say used him, but she would like want something.
Yeah.
He would buy it for her, and then she would pay him back because he knew like how to get things. But she liked things like, because she was around the same age, and it was weird the stuff she liked. She liked My Little Pony and German stuff, like memorabilia from World War I and II.
Okay, that's normal.
But those two things, like I just think of like a Hitler pony.
Yeah.
There's images of that made because of this. Like,
okay.
But I don't want to cover that too much because, dude, there are videos of the whole conversations. He stalked the fuck out of her, dude. Just saying like, oh, and then he got jealous when other people touched her, and then he wasn't able to touch her, and he's like, oh, I'll just get upset. I truly, care about you. And then he did a he did a Pop Over the Rapper what is it called, contest.
Yeah.
So he could win a PSP, 2 of them, and this trip to Seattle, so he could have it with her, and then eventually get to lose his virginity. They weren't dating, and when she found all this out,
Whoa.
she's like, "What the fuck?" Then when 4chan and Encyclopedia Germanica started covering him, trolling him by making his characters like, oh, they actually have a penis and all that stuff. To try to drain out all the bad shit, he tried making bad shit himself, which doesn't make any sense. So there's a picture of him as, Chris himself, let's say finger blasting a girl, and everyone's like, that's Crystal, your daughter. Yep. And he's like, it's not Crystal. And it was her. It was Miss German lady.
Yeah.
The contributors to that ED page.
ED.
You broke the emotional strength between us. You promoted such twists and turns to everything I have said and drawn and written and whatnot.
Well, he had to turn his hand over.
The best friendship, the best relationship, the closest I could ever have in this pitiful adult life. Or official Sanchu art or work may or may not ever emerge, depending on the amount of hate that is decreased. That webpage taken off the internet. I wish I never found that piece of shit.
Whoa.
We get around to hanky-panky, that's fine. That's good. We get married. I will have my God called daughter. She will be taken care of lovingly. You have contributed against me way heavily, like a 10,000-pound anvil, I think. Y'all just do not see that. Y'all just twist my words around.
See Wile E. Coyote?
Laser?
It's funny because you see how the morphing, he is such a he's big and then small and then big and then big and then big. And then a girl.
Gentlemen on the internet, to all the Sanchu fans, I am pleased to announce that the Encyclopedia Jamaica, not only the webpage, but the whole freaking website's going down.
It didn't.
And to make sure it definitely goes down and stays down, do not, and I repeat, do not donate any money.
No money
to that website.
No money to Chris Chan.
Especially if you want to see the more adventures of Sanchu that I am conjuring up in my mind and drawing up. And to give you all a little reward for your help and effort in the destruction of that heinous slander, I will grant you the Natsess preview to a joke I wrote in the upcoming issue, which I have yet to complete. It opens at me thinking, I feel as silly as the time I temporarily gained weight, became stupid, and went to watch television at Ghost Command. And Seth MacFarlane, message for you, creator Family Guy, here's a silly sketch that you may use. You have my... This is an official update to all the loyal Sanchu fans on the internet and everywhere else.
Everywhere.
Well, first off, while the Encyclopedia Jamaica page, the whole website, they did manage to get their ill-gotten money, but I say, screw them. In the air! Anyway, aside from that note, let's get down to more serious measures. While I have been hearing the rumor of the medallion stealing, as you can see, it's still on me, man. Ain't nobody gonna get it off me, cause more security measures have...
Okay, Mikey,
yes?
Fake girl said, hey, send me your medallion. And he did. But the trolls intercepted it. It's not like the girl was a troll or something. And took it, and they started cutting it up, setting it on fire, pissing on it, and put it in a pickle jar.
Yep.
And he's like, that was the real one. This is the real one.
But again, this one might be the real one. This one might be the false one. Yeah, it says here that it goes on to say that Nintendo of America has some of the most devoted, enthusiastic fans of any game developer.
Oh, this is him reading off the message when he's like, "Oh, I'm going to try to make this a thing and send it to Nintendo."
Each week they receive hundreds of thousands of suggestions about their games and systems. While they would love to use ideas from fans to develop actual products, due to the volume of the requests they receive and the resources it would take to process them, they do not accept unsolicited game or product ideas. We're being watched.
What?
My name is Christian Weston Chandler. I'm here to find happiness with my true sweetheart, who I've known for over 2 months now. So you trolls best leave us alone. Is anybody listening? Do you believe me? Everybody happy?
Like
What was that from, Mikey?
We're watching his insanity. His this
Captain's log. Stardate January 6th, 2009.
It's wait now, Mikey. I put that one in there because do you know what that's from?
No.
What he's trying to do, Anaflex. That MTV anime thing that was on.
Oh, Aeon Flux. Oh, yeah.
Aeon Flux.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Fake troll.
Log. Stardate.
Fake girlfriend.
First.
Broke up with him.
2008. Well, it's done. Black and I, well, she broke up with me because the pickle man tricked me again.
Pickle man tricked him again.
Okay. He went on a real date with a girl.
Oh,
right. And this is fucking hilarious. This is like my most favorite thing that ever happened to him, because
really?
The amount of shit that you have to do to make this work, it would never work nowadays.
Okay.
So do you remember when Watchmen came out?
Yes.
That's when this happened.
Okay.
Okay. So he went on a date with a girl, and obviously Chris Chan can't drive. So the dad went with him. So it was like a 3-person date. And it was funny because she said that mostly like the dad talked more than he did. And they were on the date, and then I don't know where he's like, "Oh yeah, I had a fun time." And they were leaving the mall, and a guy in a pickle suit came out of nowhere and said, Yo, girl, you want to see Watchmen with me? And she's like, "All right." And he's like, "Well, she's with me." And he's like, "No, man, she's with me now." It's a guy in a pickle suit. And then they left and went to go to the movie theater, and he's just dumbfounded. Like a guy in a pickle suit, because he said in one of the first videos he made, he hated pickles. So when he's like, "The damn guy in the pickle suit got me again."
A few more stupid photos. Anyway, she saw them. She got angry. She broke up with me. So, I'm sad. And the void in my heart that requires a sweetheart is open again, and it hurts. I hope you jerks and trolls who wanted to break us up are happy. Because all you did was make me feel sad, depressed, and you made me crash into slumber a couple of times. And it takes a lot of stress and exhaust and such to make a person feel like they're gonna crash and burn into a whole bunch of into a long slumber that just basically sleeps off. It just basically sleeps off the what's the word?
Yeah, boohoo, whatever. All right.
So he wants to be a bear.
Captain's log. Stardate January 6th, 2009. For the loyal Science U fanbase, I have an important announcement.
For those of you who own a Nintendo Wii and the Animal Crossing City Folk game, you'll be interested to know Sonic Chew and Rose Chew, actual villagers, coming to your town. February 24th, 2009, my 27th birthday. So, yeah. Although there was an accidental, where one or two might have picked up an early version of Sonic Chew, but, turn off your Wii Connect 24 so he doesn't get away. Turn off your Wii Connect 24. And, also, he has been talked with. I am working on the edits among the comics, with name changes of some of the characters, because some of them are based on real life, but most are not. And also, I had to talk with the lawyer and sort out which were most relative to Sancho himself and the franchise, as well as those that are only relative to me and my person, and those that were not relative to either one. So, but I found between the first
speed running this, guys.
Start date October 27th, 2008. This is the first Q&A video.
Nothing really happens over here. So this is a good stopping point.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm not going to blow your minds yet. This is before any huge sagas happen. Now, what's to come? Obviously, you have
a lot.
The Clyde Cash, the Blue Spike, the Liquid Chris, the Lumberjack saga, Trolling the Trolls, and then we have a cutoff, and then we get another phase of Chris Chan that we're technically going through now.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to cover on this. I wanted to do one, but it would be such a long fucking video. This is for people that don't know who Chris Chan is, which I don't know why you would not know. If you want to know everything in one video, there is a video called Chris Chan Full Lore Speed Run, and they go through everything.
Yeah.
But it's also a guy just saying what happened. I don't want to be that. I want to give you examples.
Yeah. So see the videos, see what all he offers the world.
Yeah, because it's funny because we will see an evolution of this mess that they call Chris Chan. At first, it's just a high functioning autistic person that just wants to find a boyfriend for a girlfriend. And I made this thing called Sonic Chew, and then it just evolves into more and more weird shit.
Yeah.
And other than the Blue Spike stuff, this stuff was bad, but at the end of the day, you could have a redemption arc for Chris Chan.
He's one of the few people I feel kind of sorry for. Like I used to. Yeah. Like looking at his early stuff, I can see where people took it a little too far and I think really messed him up in some ways. But like still he's responsible for everything that's happened now.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff. So like despite what happened in his early life with all the trolls and stuff, like really messing with him, he's still a horrible, horrible person. But I still have that little
glimmer of hope that he's not gonna burn in hell.
Yeah, there I feel like there's more to him than him just being a bad person. I feel like he was led down this way and then just ran full force into this.
And the funny part is like there's two things that happen that we're gonna cover later, and it's like a little sneak peek. He always hated men. And hated gay people. And, obviously you look back at it now, you're like, well, it's probably because he was gay himself, or not gay, but he hated his dick that much, where he thought he was a woman because he's only hung out with women. And no figure in his life other than his dad was a good male role model, or any friend that was an actual dude. So he's very feminized. And the funny thing is, like, a lot of the crap, like, we see it starting here. He didn't like My Little Pony until that German girl. Like, he liked Transformers and China. Like, but you have that, and also this group of trolls called the Idea Guys that really fucked his head up like a lot, to the point where like maybe he is kind of mentally underdeveloped, because he was able to get his world warped to a point where he thinks he's like converging of realms, and that's where it gets dark.
Yeah.
And then it gets even darker after that, to the point where like, this is part 1. Part 2 is the fun stuff. Part 3, some fun stuff, but we're getting to fucked up like realms. And then you get to the last part, which is, the stuff.
He's gone.
No, he's back. That's mostly why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's going to be more content about this guy now. But yeah, for everyone that wanted Chris Chan, you're going to get it. And I hate you. So,
and with
got
that,
my foot in the door.
And with that, go check out the Man Bear Show on YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe. Tell us about your favorite moment of Chris Chan and what you look forward to us covering.
Like I said, this is my favorite part.
Not even serve the captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my house. Everyone on the internet, my mother and my father are angry at me. They're blaming at me. It's my fault. I admit it's my fault. I want everything about my house off the internet. I'll send in detectives. I'll send in police. I'll send in everything in my power to get it off the internet.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yes.
Shut that goddamn thing off. I don't care what you do. You get all that stuff off of there tonight.
I'm working on it.
Go work on it.
I am
Do
working.
you realize something? Let me tell you. If the health department of Greene County sees those videos that you put on the damn internet, they could condemn our house and we would have to move out of it. You go get that goddamn stuff off of there and fast.
I'm working on it. I was making a YouTube video for you to tell everybody to get the images off of the internet. It's out my control.
No, you get them off.
It's out my control. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to
You
go.
loaded them up there. You unload them.
I'm working on it.
Go do it.
I am doing it. I'm sorry.
Get in here and do it. I'll be up all night with you if I have to. I won't get any sleep.
Old people that don't know how the internet works.
I'm working on it. Let me do these stupid videos. I can tell everybody at my command to get everything, help me get everything off the internet about our house.
I don't want to get kicked out of my house by the health department. And what you just did was stick a knife in our back and kill us.
All right, let me just
get that stuff off of there.
I'm
Get it off of there fast.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So yeah, please get everything off of the internet now, 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 now! Curse the trolls. Peace to everybody else.
On that note,
we'll see you next video. Bye.
Bye.